G'day everyone, welcome back. We are going to start a new project here with project. I don't know what that was. It was obviously me trying to be fancy, and that doesn't work. So let's try again. We're going to start a new project, and I'm going to be using from Scrimpingmommy from Amanda. I'm using her new Seamstress digital kit as well as her Victorian ladies kit. So I'm using a combination of them together. And my idea is, we'll see what ends up happening in the long run, is I'm going to make an envelope waterfall journal. So I first off did, and this is the beauty of digitals, I printed onto A3. I think that's ledger paper in the US. I don't know, but you know, double the size of your standard paper. So double letter size. I've done double A4 size, which is A3 size. And I have printed them off to that. Now, I then found which envelope was the smallest, which was this one here. And I've used that as a template to cut out the remainder of the envelopes. So I've got a few here that I've cut out, some from background pages and some were envelopes itself, just not quite the right size, so I've trimmed them up. This one here, when I was doing, I don't know what I was doing, but I completely missed the border, but we'll fix that. I'm not worried, that's just decoration stuff. So I've printed them out, so I'm going to show you how I did that. So I've got this background page here, and basically all I did was line it up on the page as so. Got some paper clips. You think I'd be prepared, but I'm not. So paper clips, where you be. Let's find a paper clip. Paper clip. Finding paper clips that aren't like all bent from, you know, holding 5 million pieces of paper down like I tend to make them do. Alright, so I've got some paper clips there. And then I just come along and I'm going to paperclip down some of the edges so that it does not move as I cut it. So that will keep it in place. I didn't need all of them. And then I'm going to cut it out. Come along. And I'm going to use this as a guide. I'm going to worry about that circle bit later. Coming out. Try to do this on camera. This is why I always end up looking really Gumby, is because trying to do it on the area that you can see is not always the best angle for me to see. It'll probably help if I put my glasses on too. Whoa, hey, look at that. I'm going to this side. Just go all the way to the end so I can get rid of that. Okay, let's have a look at this one here. Yeah, so I was like, what am I going to do with this? And I had some ideas, and then I saw these envelopes, and I'm like, I think this is what I'm going to do. So we shall see if it will, if my thoughts make it into fruition. But you'll be coming along for the ride with me, because I haven't made an example one. I'm just winging it like I usually do. Winging it and hoping that my winging it will be successful, and if not, I'll make it work anyway. So how is everyone doing? I was talking to some overseas friends yesterday and talking about snow while we're in the middle of a heat wave. Just needs to rain. It's so hot and humid here at the moment. It's always in opposites to the majority of the rest of the population. That being said, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm very lucky to live where I live. Australia, I'm going to look back to my bigger scissors for straight cuts. Australia is, in fact, there's a reason why it's called the lucky country, and I am aware I'm very lucky to live here. It is a beautiful place. Okay, so we've done that, and we've now got our envelope template there. So there she is. That doesn't matter because it's just a gusset, so I wasn't ever worried about that. So then we look at what do we do to turn this into envelopes. Well, I'm going to get my scoreboard out. And this is the scoreboard. And score along the lines that are marked for us. Just doing a little score along there. Bringing this one over. Scoring along this one. And then going to do the same for this area. Bit. I'm going to smidge it over a little bit. Gee. And then folding them in on those score lines. Folding it up and over. And we have the envelope. I'm not going to glue it down just yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause you and I'll do another one with you. One that doesn't have the lines. How's that look? Alright, so I'm going to actually use the edges to define where I'm scoring here. Along there. One. Two. That's right. And then I'm going to take my friend here and pull this one so I can see it. Lining it up. Now I could mark it with a pencil, but I don't wanna. It's called, yeah. I'm going to line that up there. Alright. Boom. Straight. Yep. And score. Okay, so let's put these guys in. And fingers crossed, same size as this one. We can only hope. And it is. Yay! Yay! I did it right. So I'm going to go off and score the remaining 4 of these and fold them up, and then I will come back to you. Okay, I'm back, and I've got 8 envelopes that have been scored and folded. I'm not gluing them just yet. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a piece of bifolder that I've cut, and I've cut it to just above the height of these envelopes. So these envelopes, I think, measure, when I've made them, but it'll be dependent on your printer and the margins you use, but just so you know, they're 8, and I've cut this at 8 1/4. So I've just got a little bit of gap. I had to cut it off screen because it had a student's name on the top part. So I've got this, and I've just got that central part there. And then what I went and did was I put the centre part in here, and I have gone along and I have scored every 1/2 inch. So 1, 2, 3, who threw a shoe? 5, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this way, and then 1, 2, 3 this way. Basically, I've ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 score lines at 1/2 inch. Because a couple of them were already embedded into there as part of the file folder design. But this is going to allow me then to structure what I want to do with the journal and see if it comes together. I may end up using this piece as a backing board, I don't know, but I'm going to use it as a template in the interim. I'm just going to go along, just define these edges a little bit so I can see it. Okay, so I've got them. I might ink along them so that you guys can see it. Just so you can see what I've done. Now this kind of design or layout here is Amanda's one. She has on her channel making a waterfall journal using this kind of layout, and I was like, that's a really good idea, because I've watched others and they fluff about trying to get everything to flow in that waterfall style, and I'm like, well, this works. So I've got that. So every 1/2 of an inch. So then what we want to do is we want these envelopes to go into each other. Okay, so you can see here that they fold into each other, and a 1/2 inch gusset. So in theory, this will attach to here. So we put this one here, and this one down here. I'm just going to squish it down a little bit. Like that. Okay, and we've got the start to our waterfall journal. The flaps of the envelope will either flap over the other one or go in. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but it was more about setting up the design to see if it worked. You see if my thought in my head worked. So how I went and did this was I've taken here, I've got this one. I'm just trying to think of the easiest way to show you. I don't like scoring on that side, so I'm going to fold it this way. I've taken it here and score at 1/2. Just making sure that that was actually in there. Okay, so I've scored that one at 1/2. And then one I want to match with it. Which one do I want to match with it? I think I might match a collagey one with it. That looks good. Alright, same thing again. Okay. push that up against the side. And 1/2 inch. Like so. I'm just going to get that out of the way for a moment. And then what I've gone and done is I have gotten the front, so the one without any of the parts. And we've got that there. Okay, there. This one with the front. Oh, that is not going the way I want it to. Well, she's going to be upside down. That's okay. Like so. And I have put, got to try and remember now, put this flap into this one. And then lined up these 1/2 inches. So I'm gonna ink this so you can see it. That one. And this one. That one. And then this one is going to go into there and line up with the 1/2 inch here. And we're going to just remove them into each other and put a paper clip there. And they will kind of find their own kind of spine part because they've both got 1/2 inch gussets. So this one into here, like so. So that one goes into that side. This one then becomes the flap of this one, or into, depending on which way I end up putting it together. And then we take this over to here, and we're going to leave 1/2 inch. So you're going to leave this one, and then we're going to take this and attach it to the next 1/2 inch. One. And 2, so that when we put this over, we should begin to see that waterfall effect occurring. Alright, I'm going to do another one with you. 1, 2, 3 through a shoe, 99, 100. Sorry, I can't help myself. But let's go with this one and this one. Okay. We get the scoreboard out. Half an inch. Okay. That one. This one at 1/2 inch also. Might as well do the others while we're here. With me coming back to it. 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. Ready for now. tree. Look, everything's going all crooked on me. Let's ink these just so we can see what we're doing. That one. Oh, throwing things around. This one. Yeah. Taking two. This one. Away. I got a feeling my journal's going to get flipped over. Just saying. So, mate, flip it over this way. Look at that. Now they're all the right way. This one. And slide this one into here. Find where they match up. Get some paper clips. Oh, excuse me. And of course the paper clips are looped together, because that's what will happen. This one here. I've got to turn it back this way just for me to be able to do it. We'll turn it back around at the end. Just my left-handedness. Got to work with what I've got. And left-handedness is what I got. Here. And here. No. Hey, didn't do that right. Why weren't you telling me I was done it wrong? There we go. That. So, what we're looking at is wrong faces facing each other. That helps, I think. And then, there we go. And then into this one here, like so. Now it should work better. So this one should be like that, and this one in underneath like that. And if we fold it on over, we should hopefully still have some kind of waterfall going. And we do! Yay! Look at me go! Alright, oh, listen, you may as well just watch me somehow do this on the next one too. Alright. Wrong sides facing each other. We learnt that one. Okay. And of course I need one more paper clip. Do I have that? One that's not Gamby, like me. Yellow. No, you're loose. There we go. Alright. Sorry about that. Noise there. Come in. Got them aligned. There we go. Oh, what have I done? I tried to miss a half-inch bit. Now I've missed it. On there, you need to come back over this way. Scoot yourself over. There, move on up a little bit. Alright, hold you in. Hold you in. And then in theory, if I pull all this over, there we go, look. We have that. I'm going to turn it over so it looks, it's going this way. No, that way. I don't know which way, how I'm going to do it yet, but gives you a bit of an idea that we've got that waterfall look to our journal. If I lay it flat, we end up with that waterfall fall, and that's the whole purpose of this, is to have that kind of plump fall going on. And did I just literally, oh my gosh, camera woes. Everyone that films will understand that if it can go wrong, it will go wrong on camera. It's just how it is. Okay. So whichever way you end up deciding to have, it doesn't really matter. It's more just there as a template. Because the whole idea is it's more going to be a bit like this. And we're like so. But yes, we have a waterfall base for where we will go from there. So I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully if you follow along, you might go get yourself sorted. I'm going to leave the link to Amanda's channel as well as her coffee account, where she has these digitals for a really, really reasonable price. Like, honestly, one of the cheapest I've seen for digital kits. So I am going to do that, and we will come back to this in a day or two or something, and we'll just continue to work through this journal, and hopefully end up with a nice shabby chic kind of waterfall journal. Shabby chic's not my go-to style, so we'll see how we go. It's a bit of a challenge for me too. All right, thank you very much. Made it to the end. Please give a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Everything helps. And as always, remember, be kind, be strong, be aware, and I'll see you later. Bye.